Moving right along, so now we're doing the smiley face in canvas, and as I promised from before, we're going to have a backdrop very similar to the one in canvas, and this is where you define what you want, and this is how you use the colours. So these two colours here, that there is sort of the purpley one, and this is kind of the bluey one there. Okay, so and they're all similar, and the reason that you've got to do it is you'll see the comments on the side here. It's because there's no standard syntax for each of the different browsers that you might be using. It's probably changed by now, but at the time I've been doing this I haven't seen it, so I'm just putting everything in there, and you'll find we use a bit more of that later on as well with the gradient stuff when we're doing websites. So that gets you your backdrop or your canvas, that part does, and then down here similar definition type stuff that we talked about before. And when we were doing the rosette earlier, we went to the middle, so this is how you go to the middle of the canvas. It's a slightly different size, it's a bit wider and a bit less height involved, looks a bit closer to the scratch one as well. And then as promised, we've got three parts going on here, so what I'll do is I will comment out these two for the moment so we can have a quick look at what actually goes on. Here's the function head. This is how you draw it. Okay, it's slightly different because you don't have to sort of draw and move and stamp and carry on like that. You just use a fill style. Stroke style is black, fill style is yellow, that's what it says, and that will just get you the circle that you want. So let's have a look here. Okay, oh, I didn't save it, that would help. Right, now let's see what we've got. That's more like it. So there's your head. Okay, and then we go down and do the eyes, and I think the eyes were 45 and 45, here they're 50-50, so fairly close. The radius of the circle, same thing again. So the fill style of the eyes is a kind of a browny colour. We didn't change the stroke style from before. You can if you want, but we didn't, so it sort of holds that value down here, and then it just draws it. As a matter of fact, if you have a look, you'll notice that for the eyes and also for the mouth, that what it is, did I save that? No, I didn't. And you'll notice that when you do the eye, there's no edge, so it's just the one colour. So that's why your eyes look like that. There is no stroke, it's just all fill. So there's your two eyes. Okay, eye left, eye right, same formulas to do it with the 0 to 2 math pi, which is a full circle, and it just draws it and fills it as brown, and bingo, you get what you want like that. So they're the eyes, and then the mouth. And as I remember, I said there's a slightly different way that we do the mouth, and one of the ways we do the mouth is the way you would do it in Scratch, which is this one. So that statement there, that arc statement, which uses some variables up here, you can actually put all these things, if you like, in here instead, but you should get used to the idea of having some variables here. Okay, so we've got a position, and then we've got a radius, if you like, of the size, and then where we start and where we finish. So it's a calculation like that. So up here it draws a complete circle, down here it draws a bit of a circle, part of a circle. This is what gets you the arc. So if I take this one out for a minute, the upper, just have a look at the lower lip. We'll save it again, have a look at what it's doing. Okay, and so the lower lip is in fact a semicircle, part of a circle. The part that's different and new and can take quite a while to get your head around is this part here. Now, I'm not here to give us a lesson on quadratic curves at this particular moment in time. If you want to go and find out how this stuff works, go for it. It gets quite fancy, quite flash. You can draw all sorts of different shape curves as long as you understand the maths behind it, and that's what you'll get. So your upper lip isn't actually, it's a quadratic curve, it's not a semicircle. Just take my word for it. And so when you do it, that's what you get. Now you probably could have done a circle from up here somewhere and made it flatter and done all that, but this way you're learning another bit of stuff, and this can be handy to know, and you can play with these numbers and watch what happens to your mouth. Okay, so there is the smiley face in Canvas.